What's up, guys? This is Alex Van Houten with Defining Dad Bod. I hope you're doing well. Today is a special short show because this is the week that we're moving from Colorado Springs to Arkansas. And I know that we're scheduled for part 2 of Exercise in the Brain, which is going to cover stress with regard to exercise and how exercise is the good stress. And I'm really excited for that show. However, that show is going to be about 45 minutes long or so, and I don't want to botch it in the middle of this move just to pencil whip it. So today, we're going to pencil whip something else. Don't worry, because we're pencil whipping it doesn't mean that it's not very important. It just means that it's not going to take a lot of time for me to cover. Today's short show is about a meta-analysis that recently came out that looked systematically through all of the weight loss studies from 2004 to 2015 and looked at what interventions actually worked for people. The question the researchers were asking is, hey, 50% of the obese population of men and 58% of the obese population of women are all reportedly actively trying to lose weight. So why is the obese rate still climbing? And so they were very interested to find what elements of a good weight loss intervention program actually resulted in long-term sustainable weight loss. I have the link to the study posted below, so if you want to check that out, you can click the link and actually read the scholarly article. It turns out there are 3 primary components to a successful weight loss intervention. The first is professional, supervised accountability. The second is social support. And the third is emphasis of nutrition over exercise. And we're going to take a moment to walk through each of those, and I'm going to share some thoughts with you about them. The first component of a powerful weight loss intervention program is supervised professional accountability. This is a really big deal. So take an example like Weight Watchers. That's a program where you can actually log into the site. You can take some time to get a personalized point value for you, but for the most part, it's very self-guided. There's not a lot of personal and professional accountability. In short, it's all on you to figure this thing out. When you wake up in the morning and the things that you usually eat aren't fitting into your point system, you have to figure out what it is that's going to nourish you but also fit your points. You can see the idea of professional supervised accountability in something like The Biggest Loser. Those people definitely lose weight. However, the professional accountability is so intense that once they leave the weight loss ranch and go back to their normal lives, they're unable to maintain that level of motivation and inspiration that they had when they had professional support 24/7. Here at Defining Dad Bod, when I'm working with clients in a virtual setting, one of the things that we do from a professional accountability perspective is make sure that we're communicating about our workout program and communicating about our nutrition program. And I regularly schedule time to connect with my clients, to talk about wins, to talk about obstacles, and to preview the way forward so that we're always on the same page and they always feel the support and inspiration required to make the changes that they want to see in their lives. The short version of this explanation is, if you want to be successful with weight loss in the long term, you need someone in your corner who cares whether or not you're going to make it. And it doesn't hurt if they really know what they're talking about. And for me, this is a really powerful finding because it really pulls the rug out of the diet fad books that tell you that you can do this all yourself if you only knew this one specific key secret to mastering your metabolism or finding out the silver bullet to your weight loss. It also pulls the rug out of some of these really fatty Instagram model coaching gigs where you pay for 6 to 12 weeks of somebody else's program so that you can follow it. According to the meta-analysis, if you're not getting supervised professional accountability in pursuit of this program to look like that Instagram model, for instance, then you're likely not going to make it. And I'm not telling you this to take the wind out of your sails. I'm telling you this because I want to see you successful in your weight loss journey. The second component to a very successful weight loss intervention is social support. It's really powerful on the journey of weight loss. It's incalculably supportive to have a group of people that you can connect with on your weight loss journey who, 1, want to see you do the best thing possible for yourself, and 2, who are not judgmental because they were probably on the same journey themselves. I've seen this time and time again in my career, where people are successful on their weight loss journey because they connect with other people in the gym setting. They go to yoga class, they go to spin class, they go to Pilates class, they go to my TRX class. And what happens is they connect with other people on the same journey as them, and they start going to the dry sauna together, and they start scheduling cardio sessions outside of their normal workout times. They start hanging out with them rather than going to happy hour with the other friends who weren't a big help in getting them to this obese place to begin with. It turns out, according to this meta-analysis, that a social support system involved in the weight loss intervention is a paramount feature of a successful weight loss program. At Defining Dad Bod, we approach this in a threefold manner. First, I know we live in a world where right now we're really questioning whether or not social media can be a powerful thing in our lives. However, we use that to our advantage at Defining Dad Bod with regard to a weight loss journey. When you become a client, you get access to the Defining Dad Bod Inner Circle, where we share our struggles and we talk very specifically about health and fitness topics every Saturday together. We take your questions, your comments, and your concerns, and we make sure that you get good feedback on whatever it is you need to move forward. The second thing that we do here at Defining Dad Bod is we work to build a community from that social media perspective so that you could be connected to the whole Defining Dad Bod community, which at the time of this recording is over 5,000 individuals who love the idea of leaving a legacy of health and fitness for our kids. The last thing we do at Defining Dad Bod to really provide that sense of community and social support is we share transformation stories from people just like you in the community who have looked at their lives and said, man, I've got to make a change. And we talk about what they did and what their struggles were and how they overcame them, where they're at now and where they're going. And not only do you have access to their stories, but they willingly tag themselves in those things, encouraging our listeners to reach out to them to be a part of their social network as well. I find that as a coach, this social support system, a group of people who are interested in your best and aren't going to be judgmental because they've been on their own journey themselves, is just as important as the professional supervision that we talked about in point one. I've trained people in the past whose spouses don't even support their weight loss journey. And so they'll come home from a long trip and there's pizza on the table for dinner rather than a refrigerator full of groceries that probably should have been bought this weekend. And so instead of enjoying a healthy dinner with their spouse, they have to figure out what to cook for themselves because let's face it, pizza is not on Coach Al's successful weight loss journey menu. If you really want to be successful in your weight loss journey, it's important that your program either incorporates social support or that you work really hard to find a group of friends or find a group of people who are moving in the same direction you are and who are going to help to take you with them. And so if you're serious about your weight loss journey, your intervention should include some form of social support. And if it doesn't, you need to work hard to provide yourself a group of friends or a group of people who are also moving in a direction to better themselves, who are going to motivate you when you're having a rough time, and whom you can motivate when they're having a rough time. The last factor of a successful weight loss intervention, according to this meta-analysis, is an emphasis of nutrition over exercise. Truthfully, what the meta-analysis actually looked at was exercise programs versus nutrition programs to see which one actually had more consistent results. And frankly, this conversation in the fitness world actually drives me bonkers. I hear it all the time. Nutrition accounts for 80% of your results, and exercise accounts for 20% of your results. There's actually a lot wrong with that statement. It's based on another meta-analysis that looked at exercise interventions versus nutrition interventions. And what this meta-analysis found was that people who had nutrition interventions versus people who had exercise interventions accounted for 80% of the total weight lost, whereas exercise accounted for 20% of the total weight lost. All that tells me as a professional is that if I'm very serious about helping a client work through their weight loss journey, that's important that we emphasize nutrition changes. Let's face it, we eat way more often than we exercise, and what we eat actually fuels us for both the activity and the recovery of our exercise. And so, as the old saying goes, garbage in, garbage out. If you put water in the gas tank of a Corvette, it doesn't matter how fast you try to drive, you're still going to ruin the engine. And so what you should take away from that point is that if you're serious about moving forward with your weight loss journey, that there needs to be a huge emphasis on nutrition. Now, personally as a coach, we address this at Defining Dad Bod in a number of ways. If you've been following the show for a while, you've heard of our Overcoming Obesity series. If you haven't checked it out already, you should look at part 1, the scope of the problem. And through the Overcoming Obesity series, we walk through the nutrition and lifestyle changes required to move through 16 weeks of a powerful body composition change program. We emphasize habits like lowering our sugar intake, increasing our fiber intake, increasing the amount of nutrients available for us to recover from our stressors, limiting our caffeine, hydrating our body well, and so on and so forth. But as a coach, these changes are usually done with my clients in conjunction with an exercise program. What I find is that cognitive dissonance works to our advantage. That means if you get up and go for a run like Coach Al asked you to, then you're going to be in a much better space to drink a protein shake for breakfast rather than go to Starbucks, get the double smoked bacon, and a mocha frappuccino venti 72 grams of sugar, way overpriced coffee. That is to say, it's been my experience that exercise gives you a physical, realistic, and practical way of saying, I'm committed to my goals today, whereas nutrition fuels that activity well and makes sure that the magic of exercise happens in recovery. What I would love to see is the compounding effect of a great exercise program coupled with a great nutrition program. But what makes that very hard to study is most adherents don't actually stick to the program long term because a lack of social support and a lack of professional accountability. And since most subjects start in a very different place with regard to their exercise, for instance, some of us are conditioned and some of us are deconditioned, then it's very difficult to create a standardized nutrition and exercise program that can be studied in a case study manner. What I will say here is that at Defining Dad Bod, providing you with dietitian written meal plans, a personalized supplement regimen, and regular coaching calls to troubleshoot your nutrition practices and make them work for you, we are very committed to emphasizing nutrition even over exercise, as much as it might pain me to say. Except when it's Thanksgiving. Go ahead and eat your pumpkin pie, but try to get your high-intensity interval training done in the morning so that you're in a state of epoch to make some good use of those carbs when you do. And so I guess with that being said, I'll amend my previous statement by saying here at Defining Dad Bod, we emphasize nutrition changes over exercise changes about 90% of the time. And the other 10% of the time, we're really smart with our exercise so that we can enjoy some things that might not necessarily be in our best interest, nutritionally speaking. And so there you have it. If you're very serious about your weight loss journey and you want to see some great results, the most recent meta-analysis from studies done in 2004 all the way to 2015 suggests that you need 3 components to be successful. You need professional accountability and supervision, you need social support, and you need an emphasis of nutrition that's going to support the activity and recovery of your exercise. Thanks for joining me for this short show. If you're in that place that you'd like to start a life transformation journey for yourself, I encourage you to check out our program at www.definingdadbod.com/trial. You can try my virtual coaching for a week, see how the system works, see how we jive together as coach and client, and see if you're ready to take the nosedive into what it takes to transform your life for the long haul. And if you'd like to check out our pricing before you give it a shot, go to www.definingdadbod.com/shop. I've got several options for new clients, and you can pick up a decal while you're there. This has been Alex Van Houten with Defining Dad Bod. Get excited for next week's show where we're going to do a 1-year anniversary of Defining Dad Bod, and I'm going to talk to you about all the stuff that I've learned about Defining Dad Bod this year from the community of people who you've heard from who've come on the show and the community of people who have given me their advice, their reviews, and their support at www.patreon.com/definingdadbod. It's going to be an awesome show. In the meantime, wish me luck while we move. I'll wear a heart rate monitor and post the cardio to the website. But for your part, do me a favor, kick butt, take names.